Well, good morning, everybody. I've got a confession to make. I was a 90s kid, and for the longest time, I used to avoid today's cartoons. I thought that all the cartoons from when I was a kid were better than what we had in the last couple of years. Then 3 cartoons came along to change my perception. My Little Pony, Gravity Falls, and Steven Universe. They really made me go back to the 90s cartoons I heavily defended and kinda think twice. Now there's quite a few shows today I still won't watch because, well, you know. But the 90s also had some strange periods. Of everyone watching, who remembers Deke's Sailor Moon dub? Oh, good. All of you. Now, who remembers the original Sonic cartoons? Okay, still good. Mummies Alive? Figured. Mummies Alive was written off as a Gargoyles clone, which kind of makes sense as the head writers for the Goliath Chronicles wrote for the show, but you know what? Honestly didn't think it was that bad. If anything, it was more lighthearted than Gargoyles. Now, I'll still take Gargoyles over this, but it's still very entertaining. The plot follows Presley, a reincarnation of a deceased Egyptian prince who is guarded by 4 mummies. Jakal, Nefertina, I'm not kidding with that name, Armon, and Wrath. They are defending him from the evil Scarab, who uses monsters from beyond the Western Gate, which is the Golden Gate as this is set in San Francisco, to kidnap him so he can get immortality. Also, I need to point out who is truly behind this series. Ivan Reitman. Yes, that Ivan Reitman. You know, Animal House and Ghostbusters. Thanks for influencing all our childhoods, Mr. Reitman. This is Mummies Alive's Goodbye, Mr. Cheops. If you didn't get that pun, don't worry, neither did the target audience. The group head out to Presley's school in a vehicle that'd make a Hot Wheels car laugh to deliver a science project to a fair we never see. They pull up to a restaurant and...
To Beefy Burger. Drive around to the first window, please. This is embarrassing, Scarab.
Well, this got weird.
The burgers here are flame broiled.
And so are you! Also, see this guy? This is Scarab. He only appears in this one scene and is gone for the rest of the episode. Scarab sends out his Shaptis, which are statue-like sentries to attack the mummies.
With the strength of Ra!
Here, Jakal, Wrath, and Armon summon their battle armor, which represents their spirit animals. And no, Jakal's isn't a jackal, it's a falcon. It'd be too much of a pun if it was. Oh wait, we have to save that for...
Let's kick Tut!
Catchphrase! The Shaptis go down with pathetic ease. They're meant to be statues. What are they made of? Sand? Nefertina, who is driving, changes into her battle armor as well, and they eventually send Scarab packing. However, during the battle, if you could even call it that, the science project was crushed. Wrath takes it and tells Presley to return tomorrow. He does, and there's a mini obelisk in place of the antenna.
Can it pick up signals from the other side of the world?
Ah, with this, you could even pick up signals from beyond the Western Gate.
Not even letting that sink in, Presley takes it to school.
You were supposed to make it yourself. There's something strange about that boy.
I am the stereotypical teacher. I have absolutely no emotions. Am I making you fall asleep now? Mr.
Bueller
plugs in the radio as Presley goes to get his notes. A massive electrical surge, once again, never mentioned again, sends the teacher across the Western Gate. In his place we get...
What is this bizarre place?
Mr. Huxley?
Okay, stop. This lady, who is clearly from ancient Egypt, comes over and 2 seconds later, without seeing anyone, makes a perfect modern day disguise. I hope you guys get why this makes no sense whatsoever.
Here just a minute ago.
Chantra, that's her name by the way, convinces Presley she is his substitute teacher without even knowing what that is. No, seriously, she almost blatantly says that.
I recognize this handiwork.
Only Wrath could have made this obelisk. He must still be alive.
After some hypnotism mind control gunk, we get some trippy visuals from the Western Gate that would make the yellow submarine scratch its head.
There has to be an explanation for what's happened to me. After all, there's an explanation for everything.
I am still trying my hardest to bore you into a coma. Is it working?
That makes sense.
Presley tells the mummies that he's taking his leave, but something he says stirs a memory in Wrath.
It isn't that I'm turning against you. It's just that I have
to move on. There's no more I can teach you.
Chandra and Presley works on his homework. Then we get a bit of a conversation that ends up with her, get this, wanting to take him to college with her. Someone's seen The Graduate a few too many times.
I need the round piece of metal with the face of the great pharaoh George Washington.
I have one.
Great is the power of George Washington!
Moving on, Chandra flies Presley away after putting the mother in a trance as well, but the mother gives away the location.
We need many round pieces of metal.
Great is the power of George Washington!
Rewind the joke from earlier. Chandra and Wrath have a one-on-one battle which, after the other three join in, ends up with Chandra revealing that she used him so many years ago to learn more powerful spells. But using a spell that she demonstrated a few thousand years back, he sends her back across the Western Gate, and we get to see what Silverquill's cousin looks like. And that's the episode. Is the series worth the criticism it had before? Yes and no. I do see why they made a bit of a Gargoyles clone, but it's still an entertaining show regardless. The animation isn't perfect, and the transformation scenes are recycled heavily throughout the series, but I think if they went back and remade it, it'd be an even more interesting show. My final score is 7 out of 10. Next week, I'm going to team up with another friend as we review a movie I've been dying to get around to. And I'll tell ya, it's gonna rock. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you liked the video, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.
A little boy named Presley found a secret out this year, that he was once a pharaoh when Egyptians ruled the world, and now the sorcerer named Scarab tries to get him day and night. But Presley has 4 guardians to protect his very life.